much easier you think.
Oh, okay, yeah, I
understand.
Yeah, you saw what it was.
Okay,
right?
Zainab.
270 months. 270 months. Not enough.
I know, but I'm just gonna hold it so you can display. Where's hey, Assalamu alaikum.
Bonsoir.
Kif?
Yes, I will.
No, I'll take your time.
My knee is like smaller. Basically, it's
I'm just gonna hold it. The tripod is
Really?
yeah.
I'm trying to avoid surgery, but at some point I'll probably
Hey.
but later. Yeah, no, and the weird thing is, they said, well, you know, we want to send it to the military surgeon, but since you had your vaccine, you have to wait X amount of time and all this stuff.
Should we?
So, like, they couldn't do a surgery anyway, and I don't really want it.
So you can do both. I just wanted to set up the highest level.
This is my alternative. I have a custom bracelet, you know.
Like this.
So,
Just make sure the media doesn't get funny. I won't.
We need
yeah, and actually, I really try to. I hate this thing, to be honest. It looks so like this. It makes you look so pathetic, you know. But I can only walk like a certain distance because I can't really throw out my own.
Fuck about us. Y'all gotta fucking go. Y'all not independent media, move the fuck around. We got no more stories for none of you motherfuckers. I'ma stand right the fuck here. This shit on, testing. Yeah, coming live from the fucking people of Minneapolis. We out here, we fucking care. We not zoo exhibits. I'm black every fucking second of my life. I'm not just some shit to be watched and reported on or give a story to fucking audiences that don't give a fuck about us. So every single one of you motherfuckers out here represent y'all corporations, represent y'all jobs. Fuck you from the bottom of my motherfucking heart. And if your security got a problem, we can step in any of this fucking grass. Straight up. All of you motherfuckers is despicable. You make me fucking sick. Y'all fucking despise us humans. You motherfuckers ain't got no respect for shit with your fucking job. Y'all don't care about Deanna Marie, Winston, or nobody else that we fucking out here for. Y'all just want to report a story. So literally fuck you. And I hope y'all here when this bitch go up in flames, because it is. Straight the fuck up. Y'all think we settling for this? You think this shit gonna really ride? It's not. It's not. We're talking to you. We're looking at you, brother. It's not gonna ride, man. It's not gonna ride. This shit finna go down. This finna go up hard. Y'all independent media again. Fuck no corporation. I ought to kick this shit the fuck off. Hey, come on, bro. No, bro. Y'all just short of sports. We tired of them. We don't let y'all sit. We don't let motherfuckers sit. Y'all never make the real sports. No, bro. I'll beat you. I beat you. I beat you. I beat you.
So we're gonna stand this way. Does that make sense?
Maybe
Like right. But make sure you get the
And all my people on the way. We coming. We here. It's our fucking city, our street. We the motherfuckers that pay tax. And they ain't got no tax. They reporting on us like we zoo exhibits. Like you an animal.
You know what it is? I think it's
The white people's curiosity.
I think it's take the bottom thing off.
Look at them, they leaving. They driving, going home. It's not peaceful, bro. But you slanging these, bro. You gotta ask. How do you
Wait, hold on. I think I know why.
How party. No, let's really talk. How do you protest march peacefully? We ain't talking about the fight us, bro.
Okay, and then check if it's working.
Like that Harry over there?
Hey, cue up. Here come the family. Here come the family.
But no, fight. Literally tell them no. Well, ven mía. Ven mía, se dejaron el país. Ven mía, se dejaron.
What's going on here?
Huh? They're speaking there?
He lives a little further than I do, because I can hop right on.
Why are they speaking down there?
Just to get to the embassy.
We're here.
Yeah.
test 1, 2, 3. Test.
Yep, that's the right one. Okay.
We talk all about how you
All right, let me see.
So right now the family's out and a lot of the press are up there to push the press back. People, just a few of us are able to be down here right now with the family. We're talking about how they're going to head up there.
But going right over, like in front where you usually. Okay, gotcha. Okay.
All right. Just going to head straight up.
All right, big bro. Yep.
How you? How you doing?
Good. How are you? Good to see you.
in the day though.
Hey, King. Where are we going?
Okay, we're going to be right in the middle. Go right up at the front. At the Attorney General Keith Ellison give his analysis, that's when they're going to go live.
Where is it? Where is it?
Turning up. Right in the middle.
Right in the middle, right there?
Yeah, right in the middle.
Okay. So we're going to head up to where the family's going to go. You doing okay, Scout?
I am.
You sure?
Yeah. Some media guy shoved me when talking on my head, and he got a little freaked out, but I think he's okay.
I'm going to go get set up where the family's going to be over here. Hey, Lavish.
Good. What's up?
How's it going, my brother?
What up? Good to see you.
So we're going to go sit up here where everybody is. Here's Michelle Gross and Jaylani and everybody else.
No, the family is right here. They're going to do the press conference at the Attorney General Keith Ellison.
Yeah. So, yeah, they're coming up here.
He's inside.
This is where the family's going to be doing the press conference here shortly. Keith Ellison's also going to give a statement. Yeah.
She's not here. She'll start. If she gets to you, she'll catch up.
Did you get blast last night with the police?
I walked right into it. So
Jaylani from
We're going to start our press conference right before, and when the family comes, we'll conclude it.
We'll be speaking to.
Okay, my password is 147. Here. As soon as it starts, start. Okay. Check it, check. Everybody,
We're going to start the press conference.
My name is Zainab Mohammed, Z-A-Y-N-A-B-M-O-H-A-M-E-D. I'm the Community Advocacy Manager for the Council on Islamic American Relations, which is the only Muslim civil rights organization in the state of Minnesota. And I stand here with these community leaders, activists who've been fighting all year to get justice, transparency, and accountability for every single black life, not just in the state of Minnesota, but across the country. What we've seen today is that the justice system only works when it wants to make an example out of black lives, or when it wants to shut black people up. There is no reason for us to not have gotten the maximum sentence in this case. The evidence was there, the video was there, the people were on the ground, and we have national media for the first time in this state to bring justice and accountability and transparency, and that did not take place to the fullest extent that it should have. So I stand here with the community, with our leaders, with our activists to say more should have been done. The judge should have listened harder, he should have looked at that video more, and that we should have gotten 30 years in prison at the very minimum. I'll be your MC for this press conference, and our first speaker is the Executive Director for the Council on American Islamic Relations, Jaylani Hussein.
Jaylani-Hussein, the Executive Director of CARE in Minnesota. For the past year and a half, the world and this state of Minnesota saw the brutality of the killing of George Floyd more times than many people can count, than many people can stomach. What took place on 38th in Chicago, the lynching and murder of George Floyd on camera, is perhaps one of the worst brutality that has ever happened in this country, not only by one officer, but by 4 officers. As we waited patiently, not that long ago for this verdict of guilty, 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 right now we are reacting to 22 and a half years. The question that many of us have today is, show me a crime more heinous than what Derek Chauvin has done. Show me a crime where someone sits on the back of a human being, does not let him breathe for 9 minutes and 29 seconds. Show me a crime where an individual who works for the government, who is trained, who has served and has been in that office for a long time, to commit that kind of murder on broad daylight, while children watched, while community members watched, while firefighters, off-duty firefighters, begged to intervene. This was the worst murder by an officer that we know of today. And this judge had an opportunity to show that the law allows him to bring back 30 years. Instead, he brought back what is comfortable for white people in this country. He brought back something that will make many Americans say, that should be enough. Well, if you go into the prison system in this country, there are black people who have gone into prison for far less and who have been in prison for crimes that are much less, for longer sentences. Why did Derek Chauvin get this treatment where the law now had to be exercised for him to find a middle ground? Where was the middle ground for George Floyd when he begged for his life? Where was the middle ground for the countless of lives that many of you never covered, never cared for, that have been killed in darkness all over this country? We are saddened today to know that the justice system is not full for us. It is partial for us. And we do not accept partial justice in this country. And black people in this country need to wake up, because we are seeing this everywhere. And today, the most noted case, the most watched case, the most horrifying case got a mediocre sentence. And we are not happy. But we are also not surprised. This is a country that has a legacy of genocide against Native Americans and the continued enslavement of African Americans through mass incarceration, among other things. We now ask for the federal government, in their case, to bring forth swifter justice, because this state, for many of you who came in here today, flying into Minneapolis, flying into this state, I want you to know this is one of the most racist states in the Union. The racism in this country is different in different parts, but up here in Minnesota, the racism here, it comes with a smile. It comes with a gift. The racism here is problematic. And so we demand justice for George Floyd, and we will not end that, because we know justice for George Floyd is really justice for all the families. And we will not stop fighting. We will not stop caring, because we know the justice system in this country has to be full for all Americans, not partial.
Hey, back up, back up, back up.
Yes, our families that went down to speak.
We'll have.
So we're getting ready to do a press conference here.
What's up, Al? What's up, Al? You all right? You know my dad. He showed me. That's how
Okay. Attorney Crab.
Jaylani, do you need your Jaylani? Do you need
Ooh, I'm the sewer. You better get some water before you pass out.
That's all right. Yes, she's doing right. Let's go.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get underway. My name is Jennifer McGuffin. I'm the Chief Communications Officer for the law firm of Romanucci and Blandon. We are going to hear from Reverend Al Sharpton, who will start us in prayer, followed by the legal team, Attorney Ben Crump, Attorney Antonio Romanucci, Jeff Storms, Chris Stewart. And then we will hear from a few members of the family. If you could please hold your questions, let them get through what they need to say. Thank you so much.
As we prepare to pray, family of Jacob Blake is with us, and the family of Dante Wright is with us. This verdict and this sentencing is the longest sentence we've seen, but it is not justice, because George Floyd is in a grave tonight, even though Chauvin will be in jail. So let us not feel that we're here to celebrate because justice would have been George Floyd never have been killed. Justice would have been the maximum. We got more than we thought, only because we have been disappointed so many times before. 22 and a half years is longer than we've ever got, but shorter than what we should have gotten in the past. Let us remember, a man lost his life. This is not a prayer of celebration. It's a prayer to thank God for giving the strength to this family and those activists that stayed in the streets to make sure this court had to do what was right. Let me repeat for those in the back, because those are the ones that marched, that this is the longest sentence they've ever given, but it is not justice. Justice is George Floyd would be alive. Justice is that they would have been doing this. Had they done sentences like this before, maybe Chauvin would not have thought he would have gotten away with it. So let us remember the people that you castigated and attacked that marched in Minneapolis and that we marched all over this country that wouldn't stop. And we're not going to stop. One sentence does not solve a criminal justice problem. The United States Senate must show the same courage this jury showed and hold police accountable for murder and make them pay in the court of law maximum for murder. Not a token, not a donation, but full accountability for the actions that you did. Let us pray. Dear God, we come to the same spot we bowed at the beginning of the trial, asking you to give this family strength and give them grace. And you brought us now to the end of this particular proceeding. They will say it is more time than any time in history, but we will say that history has been long underserving its citizens. Yes. And we humbly thank you for giving this family the strength to stand where other families didn't even get a court date. Yes. We remember Eric Garner today. Yes. We remember Michael Brown. Yes. We remember Jacob Blake, who is still with us. We remember Tamir Rice on his birthday. 19 years old would have been today. We remember Breonna Taylor. Yeah. They never got a court date. We did get a court date, a conviction, and some time. Amen. Some will say that's progress. I will say, as Malcolm X said, if you have a knife in my back 6 inches, to take out 4 inches is progress, but I still have 2 inches of knife in my back. The knife is still in our back as long as these unresolved cases are there. And the Floyd family and those of us in the civil rights community and the activist community will not stop until justice becomes a matter of federal law and no longer a news story, but the story that we know will follow. Touch the U.S. Senate to see that they must make law so that we will not have little children like George's daughter had to give a judge a statement about the value of a daddy, but they understand that all of your children matter. Yes, black lives matter because you made us all. And we'll be careful to be loyal, and we'll be careful to live up to the calling you've placed on the lives of those that serve, and careful to give your name the praise. These blessings we ask in your name. Amen. Amen. Let me bring on now, it's been a long journey, and this is not the end. This is just one stop on the highway toward full justice. None has been more courageous. None has been more consistent. One has not been more unselfish than the Attorney General of Black America, who has stood with this family from day one, came even when the cameras weren't there, and has stayed with the family and other families. let us bring, before we bring members of the family, Attorney Ben Crump.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Reverend Al Sharpton, for leading this family and this country in prayer as we continue to struggle to make the words of liberty and justice for all real in America. I stand here with a great legal team standing firmly with the family of George Floyd. That is Attorney Chris Stewart and Attorney Justin Miller from Atlanta, Georgia, Attorney Tony Romanucci from Chicago, Illinois, and Attorney Jeff Storms from right here in Minneapolis. And at present, we have the brothers of George Floyd, Philonise Floyd, Terrence Floyd, and Rodney Floyd, as well as Brandon Williams. We have his cousins, Sharita Tate and Tara Brown. And we know at home praying we have his sisters, Bridget Floyd, Jaja Floyd, and Latanya Floyd, and certainly his beautiful daughter, Chris tells me, is looking, smiling, saying that her daddy changed the world, and he will talk more about that later. And we want to acknowledge all his family. We want to acknowledge all of the people who use their voice to say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name. Today represents an opportunity to be a turning point in America. This is the longest sentence that a police officer has ever been sentenced to in the history of the state of Minnesota. But this should not be the exception when a black person is killed by brutality by police. It should be the norm. And so when we think about real justice would be, Silky, that George Floyd would still be here with his family. Right. So what we got today was some measure of accountability. And we understand that there's still federal charges pending. So as his brothers and his family ask for the maximum, we're still holding out for the maximum.
Yeah, that's right.
We have to remember real justice in America will be black men and black women and people of color will not have to fear being killed by the police just because the color of their skin. That would be real justice. So we...
And also we have a memorial on the west side of Cleveland that we're going to be installing where Tamir was murdered at. We're going to be installing that hopefully in the next couple of weeks. He's well deserved of a memorial. And, you know, I didn't ask them for nothing. I just want it done, and I'm doing everything myself. I just want it done. The process has already been approved, so it's just some little litigation paperwork that has to be wrapped up, and we're going to have that project going as well. I encourage any school teachers out here today, please see us at the Tamir Rice Foundation. We need inner city children for our program, and they're free. We don't need anything from you all, and we do not discriminate, but just know that it will be an Afrocentric culture learning for the Tamir Rice Afrocentric Culture Center. Thank you. Okay. I wasn't supposed to speak over here. I was supposed to speak over there, but is there so I thank everybody for coming out in these conditions. I really do. I'm usually out of town a lot of the times if some folks try to get in contact with me. So I'm here this week. Amen. Amen. And I'm still building. And I'm going to continue to build. I won't change in the inner city of Cleveland. I am a part of the city Safer for Cleveland, along with this mother right here, Alicia Kirkland. Her son's name is Angelo Miller. He also was murdered by the family. So again, we're working desperately to get change in the inner city of Cleveland. We need change. We need that civilian oversight implemented into our charter for our legislation, things like that. Definitely. So hopefully in the future, it's possible that I may be running for a seat somewhere, but not right now, y'all. Okay, not right now. Absolutely. Because Cleveland desperately needs to change. This is a predominantly black city, and there's no reason for us to be in such a bad predicament as we are. Let me just say that. And we have to come together as one, the best that we can, and love each other and love our community, because we want nice communities just like the white suburban has nice communities as well. Just the other day, the high school looked like a college. Our high schools don't look like colleges, okay? So that's where we should be at, and it should be equal learning for all children. Absolutely. Absolutely. So I just appreciate y'all all today. Thank y'all. And thank y'all for coming out. Okay? I appreciate y'all. Okay?
George Floyd and things like this.
Tamir Rice. Say his name. Tamir Rice. Say his name. Tamir Rice. Tamir Rice. Tamir Rice. Tamir Rice. Say his name. Tamir Rice.
Other things, Joe Fire, I got 19 white people. I was about to say that. I got 19 from Akron.
Hold on one second.
All right, welcome in. A lot of new friendly faces. Happy to have you in. Welcome to the Bo No Show coverage of the sentencing of Derek Chauvin. Derek Chauvin, the officer who obviously was convicted of murder in the George Floyd case. Got 22 and a half years. This is Cleveland, Ohio, though, as you can see in the upper left corner. This is actually unrelated to the George Floyd case. This is actually, it's either his birthday or it's the anniversary of, it's the birthday of Tamir Rice. Should have been like his 17th or 18th birthday. He was the kid a few years ago who was shot in the park when he was playing with like an airsoft gun. Everyone's saying, Bo woke up. Nah, I've been awake. I've been sitting here doing stuff in the background. But this is the Tamir Rice incident from a long time ago, 2015. So he's playing. There he is. He's playing with like a airsoft gun type situation. Is this the shooting?
Yeah, because none of that, all that shit's nonsense anyway.
Anyways, you get the.
No, I was just saying, you're right, because all that shit's just nonsense anyway. They just do something lazily and then go gassy and stuff.
Pretty fucked up situation.
Last year, breaking through the chains of the window. Right, you're just lazy and ran out of paint.
Playing with airsoft gun or menacing people with it. You know, honestly, I don't know enough about the Tamir Rice case to say either way what happened. You know, it's not a good situation.
I think we've all seen enough George Floyd footage in the past year, right? His head was not shaped like that. That is, the front of his face was not shaped like that. Whenever they try to be woke, they make it worse. They are so unbelievable.
All right, let's go back to Minneapolis. We are here now in Minneapolis at the George Floyd reaction with Al Sharpton and the family.
Anytime they try to pander, it's like
we need the activists because the second week.
Vulgar Animations asks, "Will there be riots or no?" I think in the more interesting areas over the last year, I think there's a potential for maybe not riots. I don't know if riots is the right term. It's not going to be like it was last year, but I do think that there could be conflicts. I do see like Portland going off. I see issues in Portland. I see issues here in Minneapolis. I could see problems in New York. Rock Hill, South Carolina, they're still protesting. Some arrest from a couple days ago that we watched yesterday. If you go back and check out yesterday's stream, it was pretty all right. The Rock Hill one with the video of the arrest there, and then they set fire to the police station out front and tried to set it on fire. Got close, got a tree and everything.
Chauvin's mother was standing up there making her comments. I thought of Tamika Palmer, Breonna Taylor's mother. And so it's not enough until we get justice for all of our people who have been killed unjustly. I think Breonna Taylor's with us. Right now, we're going to have you hear from some of the Floyd family members. You've come to know him. He has been speaking at the U.S. Congress, to the United Nations and everywhere, saying that we demand justice for my big brother, George Floyd. He sounds like a politician, Reverend Al. Mr. Philonis Floyd.
Got my vote.
I got a lot of emotions going through my head right now, but I just find it profound that I felt that I begged for justice for my brother, some type of accountability. The treatment that I thought that everybody should receive. It's just life, you know. You can't get that back. We all live together in this world, and we all want to be able to work together in this world. You have good police officers and you have bad ones. The fact that you shouldn't have to sort them out. The community that I grew up in, it was a lot of African American people. But the fact that Minnesota has a greater amount of Caucasian people, I still think that everybody should be the same. Everybody should be neutral. Everybody should want to make a difference and make sure that people, when they come to Minnesota, they don't think about George Floyd. They should be able to think about how great Minnesota is. Not thinking about Philando Castile. You know, his mother is still fighting.
Not thinking about Philando Castile? What? Sorry, I just got back from using the restroom.
You think about Anthony McClain. He was killed. All of these people were shot in the back, most of them. The fact that I'm here and I'm still standing, and over a year later, I'm still speaking and I'm speaking out. Times are hard. I have a family. We wake up every day and we don't see my brother. Empty seats all around the house he would have been in. The fact that Gianna would grow up knowing that her father had made a difference in the world, but the fact that she cannot have a sweet 16. She cannot have him walk her down the aisle. She would not.
That wasn't gonna happen anyway. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Felonious.
Not something realistic. This is something, it's like a dream, but we all need to stand up for what is right. All right. All these activists and all these advocates, I thank you all. Definitely I thank you all. Because if you all didn't speak out, we wouldn't have had a lot of help. But the fact that the world, you got to think about Japan. You have to think about Germany. You have to think United Nations. You have to think Italy. I have so many different people I spoke to, Africa, all around the world, and they all think the same
He
way.
spoke to Africa, guys.
Skin color should not define who you are. Amen. It should never be a weapon. And the fact that we're here standing today, still breathing, we're still fighting. Reverend Al always said, keep fighting. And that's something I can't stop. I want to tell Miss Carr, I love you. Yeah. I know it's hard. That's Eric Garner's mom. I want to tell Breonna Taylor, mom, I love you. Pamela Turner, I know it's hard. I want to tell Pamela Turner, that's Baytown, Texas. Yeah. This is not okay. Her daughter is walking around, and I know she's in tears every day thinking about her mother. Her mother was killed in point-blank range, shot multiple times. So many different people all around the world who didn't even have this type of technology.
Damn it, I was trying to get up the...
Not just Black Lives Matter, all lives matter.
I was trying to get up the video of George the Landlord.
Because when you get comfortable, people forget about you. Amen. So the legend will still live on. George is not here, but his spirit lives here. Breonna Taylor is not here, but the spirit still lives.
Hell of a tribute.
Eric Garner is not here. Spirit's still right here. But the fact that we're here fighting, I want all you all to stand up and fight. Thank you all so much.
We got your back. And next we're going to have another brother of George who came all the way from New York. Brooklyn, New York. And as we introduce him, it's not lost on us as Attorney Stewart and Attorney Ramanujan and I talk. It's always a journey to justice. Tony told me Laquan McDonough, who was found guilty, his killer, the police officer that killed him, shot him 14 times in the back on video. 16 times in the back on video. And he was convicted of second-degree murder. And he was only sentenced to 6 years. Botham Jones, who in Dallas, Texas, was killed in his own apartment. Right. The white police woman, Amber Geiger, was found guilty of first-degree murder, Reverend Al. Right. And she was only sentenced to 10 years. And Justin Miller, what was it, Walter Scott in South Carolina, same conviction, shot in the back, on video, convicted 20 years. So each step, each case, we keep making progress. We came too far to stop now. We have to keep going forward. And so that's why all the energy we have in this courtroom, we have to take to Capitol Hill. And we have to join Senator Cory Booker. We have to join Congresswoman Karen Bass, Senator Tim Scott. We gotta say, you all, we need meaningful police reform. That's right. So we don't have to put up with these injustices. Seem like, Reverend Al, every other week there's a new hashtag. We can stop this, America. We're at the turning point. Terrence Floyd.
All right, I guess Terrence Floyd will be speaking, but this is other breaking news. I mean, it's breaking news as of yesterday. But I feel like it's pretty pertinent to what's going on today.
Out of the other news of the night and the vandalism targeting a George Floyd statue in Brooklyn. Just 8 days after it was unveiled, the face was spray painted. The NYPD's hate crimes unit is now in.
And yeah, you heard that correct. The hate crime unit is on the lookout for this. Look at that. First off, I would like to just say, I feel like whoever spray painted the face was just trying. I thought this was trying to look like George. Did they rub off some of the? You know what? I'm not even going to finish that.
Days after it was unveiled, the face was spray painted. The NYPD's hate crimes unit is now investigating. Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett is live tonight in Flatbush with the very latest. NJ.
Right, Liz, Flatbush Avenue and Nostrand Avenue. It's known here in Brooklyn as the Junction. You know, they have.
Look, that statue. That statue is offensive. How dare... I don't even care. The sculpture... It doesn't even look like him. I'm pretty sure that's actually just DMX and Dave Chappelle. If they had a child. It's not how you pay tribute to the greatest black man who has ever lived in the world. It's not how you pay tribute. This is how you pay tribute. This is how you pay tribute.
Greatest man I never knew came home late every night. He never had too much to say. Too much was on his mind. I never really knew him, and now it seems so sad. I didn't breathe. Everything he gave to us took all he
That's how you pay tribute to the greatest black man who ever lived. That's how you pay tribute. Look, this is probably my favorite video of the last year. It's come in handy about 200 times at this point. I mean, it is so easy to just throw in at any point. We talk about the Nazi armbands and how good of a look that is, and just the whole thing. It's perfect. Just the Chauvin. It's just the horns, the devil horns, the crooked nose, just everything. The hands in the pocket. It's perfect. The protuberance of the elbow. It's the perfect clip. What never gets the credit on this video is coming up here in a second. the laughing. It's the chuckling. It's the hearts that say, I'm in heaven. That truly make this. The greatest clip of all time. I got to give credit out once again. This is Daft Jest, 990 subscribers. Not exactly how you say, a big streamer, but if you could go give him some love, that would be very nice. For this loving tribute to George Floyd, the greatest black man to ever live. All right, let's go back live to Minneapolis.
Demand this George Floyd Act be passed, and also as well as the Act being passed. We need to stay there, put pressure on this Senate. And I was thinking last night, guys, honestly, we heard Obama say this plenty of times. Get out and vote. We hear so many folks say get out and vote. Everybody got out and voted, marched in these streets, and we got change. We got our first black president. A lot of people came together like they did now, my brother's death, and we got this. But guess what, people? We need to take that same energy, bring that back to the Senate, and demand them pass that bill. Because as we've seen Trump numerous times stand up, fussing on camera, numerous times, countless times, because he did not have the power that we thought he had to get something done. He had to call on the Senate. And we need to get out there, understand that message. Go to the Senate, put pressure on the Senate, and get these bills and laws passed for all of us. Can stand on with this American flag as one. And we, as black people, need to know this American flag represents us, because we feel they don't.
Thank you, Rodney. And as we bring his cousin, Sharita, please understand, this is only one step in getting accountability in the criminal level. The federal charges are still pending. So I do believe that when Phalonis and Terrence and Rodney say the maximum, it is still attainable to get maximum accountability for George Floyd. 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 Now you will hear from his cousin, Sharita Tate.
Hello, everybody. I won't spend a whole lot of time sort of reiterating what my family has already said. I think they spoke very eloquently about how we dealt with this last year and our thought processes as it relates to the amount of time that Derek Chauvin was given. Truth be told, I don't think any sentence would be enough, because what truly would be justice would be for us to be able to have George back. But with that being said, I'd just like to take this time to thank the countless number of people that have been supportive of us since the very beginning. I remember when we first came here and we were talking about the sentence and the trial and what potentially the outcome would be. And as we sat through the trial and watched the murder over and over again and came back with the 3 convictions, then we all waited for this day. I will have to say that we didn't get what we wanted. We definitely wanted to see the maximum penalty, but however, as they've already stated, we do have the federal ahead of us, and we are hoping that we can get some real accountability with him getting a life sentence. And lastly, I just want to speak on the Policing Act. We've had it partially. It's before the Senate, and I would just say, echo what everyone else has said. We need this passed immediately. We need to really have some true accountability across the board. Thank you.
And finally, before we take a few of your questions, we have his cousin Tara Brown from Houston, Texas.
I just want to say
You know, my family has spoken a lot about everything that we've gone through since we started this journey. And I will tell you, it definitely has been a journey for us. And as a family, we decided that we were committed to two things. For sure, we wanted to make sure that we got some measure of justice for George and for the countless other families who have lost loved ones in the way that we did. And the other thing is that we were committed to making sure that we force the change that we want to see and create this legacy that will live on forever. Just want to say thank you to everybody who has supported us throughout this journey, especially the protesters and the activists who have been nonstop and relentless, and they've helped us get to this point. And the other thing is, we want to say that this bill needs to get passed, and I want to make sure that we don't stop just with this bill, but it's important that you hold your state elected officials accountable to that as well. We are also looking at the local level where they're making change. Even in our city, where we're from in Houston, there has been some changes already. Our mayor, Sylvester Turner, has banned chokehold, and we have qualified immunity is on the table. So we are keeping active, and we want to make sure that you stay in the fight. Please keep fighting. Thank you.
Thank you, Tara. And finally, our national leader, Reverend Al Sharpton.
We're going to open up the questions for the family and all of us. Let me say this so you're clear. If there is conviction in the federal trial, and he is convicted and the other three, that federal time can run after the 22 and a half years. Amen. Does not have to run concurrent, which is why we're saying that we still want full justice. Secondly, when we talk about the George Floyd Justice and Policing Act, we know the difference, Senate, between two slices of bread and a sandwich. A sandwich has meat between the two slices of bread. Don't come down with a compromise that is two slices of bread with no meat in the middle. Don't put George Floyd's name, a strong man, on a weak bill. Make sure that you talk to those in the family.
Pay the extra $1.25 for an additional slice of a ham and turkey on your sandwich.
And a sellout is in the eye of the appraiser, and we will be part of the appraiser.
Additional slice on your sandwich. Oh. My apologies that the audio was running in the background. I didn't notice. Hey. While I got your time, while we let old Al Sharpton speak, I'm getting kind of hungry. I might order something to eat. I'm not leaving my apartment today. I'm not leaving at this time. I may leave at I may even go to the grocery store at 4 in the morning tomorrow, because it's supposed to be 110 degrees the next 3 days here in Oregon. So it's very hot. It's 90 today, which isn't even that bad. But I got 10 Gatorades, the big giant, not the gallon ones, but the half gallon, bigger than the 20 ounce, bigger than the 30 ounce. I got enough weed to get me through as well. So I don't know. Give me some inspiration. What are you guys gonna eat? I'm gonna go take a dab as well. Let me know what you're smoking in the comment section. Maybe if you're having a little booze, let me know what kind of booze you've got. And if you can, also just take a moment. And I know this is stupid and lame, and I hate to do this, but it does work, unfortunately. So I gotta. If you can, give the stream a thumbs up. If you have to give it a thumbs down because you hate me, I understand. It all works out, gets left in the wash. works the same pretty much. But then also, if you got a Twitter, if you got Facebook, if you got people that would like to join the discussion, I'm going to be here all day. We're going to be streaming all night. So, share the stream. Thumbs up. Fuck, I almost never ask this because it's always on the screen, so you always are getting bombarded by it. But if you want to send a few shekels, I would appreciate it. I do this for fun, but it's always it always gives me a warm feeling when I see that there's been a little money given to me in a way. It really does make a world of difference in making me want to do this. And just, the engagement and you guys being here and talking and hanging out and doing your jokes or, having actual discussions with people. That's what makes the streaming stuff worth it, and not feel so lonely and not feel like a waste of time. It feels like feels like a little unhappy, angry family we've developed here. So I'll turn the audio back over. I'll stop plugging my stuff, but like the stream, share it out. It helps. All right, back to the good stuff.
And she's a freedom fighter. Y'all give it up for my sister, Nakima. Yeah. And she's going to introduce some other families. Please, Queen.
Good afternoon. It's our honor to stand here with the family of George Floyd and the lawyers who continue to.
Yes, the noble overlord is the U.S. government at this time that pays.
Justice. This is one step towards progress, but this is not justice, and this is not full accountability.
I'm having fun too.
The family has asked for. I'm Nakima.
All right, I'm gonna go take that dab.
Civil rights attorney.
Please, someone tell me if you got some good weed or something in your that you're smoking. I've got I think it's called the Cascade Dark Orange or something. It's a live resin, 76% THC. Tastes just like Tropicana, mixed with like an orange crush. I don't know how to even describe it. It's weed, but it does taste like an orange, but like a synthetic, that good, like cheap, like the hotel orange juice machine. At the Continental Breakfast. It tastes like that.
Derek Chauvin being sentenced is something that we've been.
All right, I'm gonna go take the dab.
The sad part about his sentence is that we know that black men often receive more time for doing less than what Derek Chauvin did. There are plenty of black men and Latino men in prison for nonviolent drug offenses. But here we have a veteran officer who was literally able to lynch someone in broad daylight in the presence of children and other witnesses and essentially get a proverbial slap on the wrist. That is not acceptable. Judge Cahill should have held him accountable to the fullest extent of the law. It is not enough that he has received the most time from compared to other police officers who have killed people. This is a new day. It's not based on what they did in the past when they could lynch us and get away with it, when they could brutalize us and get away with it, when they could kill people and get away with it. Just because it's the most time does not mean that it is enough time. So we will continue to stand up and fight alongside this family and everyone else who cares about justice in demanding that the federal government now step in and hold Derek Chauvin and those other 3 police officers who were involved in killing George Floyd accountable to the fullest extent of the law. If the federal government had stepped in a long time ago, George Floyd might still be alive today. So that is the least that they can do in this situation. And I want to encourage all the activists, the organizers, the community members who are sitting at home to get off the couch and come down to the government center to stand in solidarity with families supporting families and other organizing groups, as well as a 9 o'clock nighttime peaceful demonstration that's going to happen downtown. Thank you all for being here. Realize we're not asleep in the Twin Cities, and we're going to continue to stand up and fight for justice. Thank you. Listen.
My name is Tashira Garraway. I am the founder of Family Supporting Families Against Police Violence. I am also the mother of Justin Tigan's 15-year-old son, who was brutally beat to death by the St. Paul police and thrown inside of a trash dumpster August 19, 2009. I stand here in solidarity with Emmett Till's family, Travis Jordan family, Brian Quinonez family, Demetrius Hill, Jafford Smith, and so many other family, Kobe Heisler, Jacob Blake's family, so many other families that have led up to George Floyd and that have lost loved ones after George Floyd. I want the world to know that there is a group of families that are fighting together, that is standing up for justice, that is standing up in solidarity. And we ask that those voices be paid attention to. We ask that those voices that you do not hear about, those stories that have been swept under the rug, that people have not heard, we ask that you hear those.
Okay. Hold on. And I hate to do this, but we got a lot of new faces in. I can, damn it. I know I have it somewhere. Minneapolis. Dumpster. Here we go. My Google search to find this, and I've had to find this a few times, is, and I shit you not, you see it there, proof. Minneapolis dumpster black guy cops. So this woman, she's talking about the invisible cases of the police murdering people. This is her story. St. Paul man dies in dumpster after fleeing police. Crashing car. Justin Teagan, this is the father of her child, the one that she's out here for. Justin Teagan eluded St. Paul police early Wednesday morning by hiding in a recycling bin. The 24-year-old resurfaced about 6 hours later when workers at Intergrove Heights Recycling Factory found his body amid a heap of recycling stuff. Okay, so just before 3 a.m., officers saw a car driving recklessly in a parking lot near Snelling and University Avenue. Officers stopped the car, which was being driven by Teagan and contained 2 passengers. When the officer told Teagan to keep his hands where they could be seen, he accelerated and fled. Before the officer could get into his car and started pursuit, Teagan crashed into a concrete pillar in the 1400 block of West University Avenue. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, hold on. There we go. The officer saw Teagan running south on Pascal Avenue, but the officer stopped to check on the 2 passengers injured in the car. Chanel said alcohol may have played a role in the crash. Other officers began searching for Teagan as St. Paul fire paramedics treated the passengers, 2 men in their mid-20s. Both were treated at Regents Hospital in St. Paul for serious but not life-threatening injuries. Inside Teagan's car, officers found a handgun and suspected narcotics. Officers looked for Teagan in the area throughout the morning and checked several addresses he frequented. About 9 a.m., workers at Allied Waste Recycling discovered his body. So, going back to this woman, if she's still talking. Okay, they moved on. But she's been out here for the last... year trying to catapult herself and her story, and helping other people, I guess. She says that she's helping other people. It just seems like she goes to these protests and is like, I can help you further your story, and then just talks about her own story. It's, it's one of those woman tendencies to just, make everything about themselves. And, so her complaint is that the police killed the father of her, I think it's her son or daughter, or 2 of her kids, or who knows, I pay enough attention to be able to pull up this article, but not enough to know the names. But she says that the police killed him, and it's just factually inaccurate. He did everything wrong, it appears. And the police was just like, look, I don't believe that the police are that good. I'm not a back to blue fucking loser and we got to protect everything. It's not that. But I do think that like the police have a hard job, and every once in a while, it's not that everything is just. It's not everything is just the most evil racist cop. There are how many incidents of just cops being like, "Yo, hey, this is the deal. Saw this. We want to, figure out what's going on. All right, you got your insurance. You got plates. It's your car. Perfect. Everything checks out. You don't appear to be that wasted or drunk. I'm gonna let you go." But that woman, and I know we're skipping speakers now, but that woman, every time I see her, she gives me a visceral reaction that has to just be talked about over and over, because she says that he was dragged from the car and beaten to death and dumped in a dumpster. And I'm sorry, but what about the two men injured in the car accident that the police attended to? Now, that story took place back in 2009, by the way. It's an 11, 12-year-old story at this point. But by all accounts, and I've looked at like probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 different news articles about that at some point, in looking at her and her story. And the other guys in the car didn't understand. They understood why he tried to escape and like not get pulled over, because he was doing burnouts in a parking lot at 3 a.m. But they didn't understand that after the crash why he took off. Because, like I said, they weren't life-threatening injuries, but he crashed into a concrete pillar and they were fucked up. I think the one guy like broke his leg or something, and I'm not gonna go back and find it, but it's just the problem is that when there's actually stories that come out where you're like, man, that's 100% fucked up. They really didn't need to do the guy like that. Perfect one. I'm not going to play it because it's now terms of service on YouTube with the whole, not showing a dead guy. Eric Garner really didn't need to die. That was the guy that was selling loose cigarettes on the sidewalk. The 400-pound big black guy that was pretty much on tape the whole time. He wasn't complying probably in the best way, but he wasn't a threat. And there's videos where, and now I'd have to go back and watch it again because it's been probably about 4 or 5 years since I saw the Eric Garner video. That was a video where you're like, the man wasn't a threat. He was he seemed like a big jolly fat guy, a big Santa. I'm sorry. Who's this speaking?
Thank you.
Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Black lives matter. Say his name. Say his name. Say his name.
I just saw the comment, "What is this ogre?" Oh, man. What a life.
We believe that he should have. My name is Traren Cruz. I'm lead organizer with BLM Minnesota, TRAHERNCREWS. We're very disappointed in the verdict today. We feel that we know that
There was no verdict.
Sentenced to 30 or 40 years. We know in the state of Minnesota, people have been sentenced to 30 or 40 years for nonviolent offenses like selling drugs and things like that. So if we can send people to jail for 30, 40, 50 years for selling drugs or for nonviolent offenses,
Hold on.
Derek Chauvin should go to jail for 30, 40
Hold on, guys. We're gonna do it.
for torturing somebody.
No, we're
for 10
gonna.
minutes.
No, not SpongeBob SquarePants. We're not gonna. We're gonna say his name. We're gonna say his name. The one who asked for his name to be said. Joe 757. Joe 757. Joe 757. Join me in the chat. Joe 757. Joe 757. Joe 757. Joe 757. 757. 757. 757. 666. 666. 666. 666. Love the devil. Give your heart to the devil. The devil owns your soul. Listen to my words. The devil owns your soul now. The devil owns your soul. 666 757. Joe 757 666 666 666 666. The devil owns your soul now. I have your soul now. I am the devil. I am the devil. I am the devil. I am God. I am God. I am God. I am God.
For over a year and a half now, almost 2 years, hearing from our stories, hearing from our pain, hearing from everything that we have gone through with the people that we love. And he sat down and heard from us from over a period of time and wrote up legislation on behalf of our families that we are now fighting for. And we will call forward John McCollin.
Oh, good, John McCollin.
Hey. Hello, my name is Jonathan McClellan. I'm president of the Minnesota Justice Coalition. We are part of a collective of organizations that work with the families and community to draft and advance legislation and other policy initiatives at the state capitol here in St. Paul
What are you
and
doing?
Washington, D.C.
I don't know.
I want to give my deepest
Trying to,
condolences to the
you know,
families who should not have to be here
form a cult or
and
something.
whose
I
lives
don't
have
know.
been changed forever. It has been 65
No,
days
don't
since
kill
Derek
yourself.
Chauvin, a former
Send me all of
Minneapolis
your
officer,
money.
was found guilty of second and third degree murder and second
Sign
degree
over your
manslaughter.
mortgages to me.
Chauvin, who has never expressed remorse for George Floyd's death, even after the verdict was reached on April 20th, 2021. Derek Chauvin
Wait, don't sign the mortgage over. Sign the deed. I want the deed. You keep paying the mortgage. I take that back. I take that back, dude. God damn it.
Further, this incident has sparked outrage around the world. We welcome the sentence of 22 and a half years, but feel it did not reach far enough. Derek Chauvin should be serving life without the possibility of parole. We would have not had this verdict had the people not hit the streets demanding justice.
Yeah, probably not. I can agree with that, actually. So this is Cleveland. Pretty sure that's Tamir Rice's mom, right? She was the one that was going after Sean King, the Black Lives Matter guy, who's obviously not a white guy. Yeah, that's the mom. I guess today also would have been Tamir Rice's birthday. So he would have been like 18 or 19 or something. And we covered him a little bit earlier for a few minutes. They've got part of the NFAC coalition there with the guns to be security. But Tamir Rice's mom ripped Sean King for profiting off her son's death. It was a pretty good thing. Damn, I'm not going to read it all, but where to go? Oh yeah, I don't know. Who cares? She was she set off because he published details of the conversation that they had. She previously blasted King and others, accusing them of benefiting from the death of her 12-year-old son, shot by Cleveland police while playing with a toy gun. Why do you think it's so important to tell people we had a conversation, Rice wrote in an Instagram post. Okay, that's what I want. There we go. Thank you. Wait, what? How did I... Wait, what did I do on Instagram? Alright, well that's not what I wanted at all. Board of the targets and hot zones. There we go. Tamir Rice was pointing his real-looking gun at people. Oh yeah, he was. Yeah, forgot about that detail. Okay, Sean King, why do you think it's so important to tell people blah 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 uncomfortable? Well, we talked, and everything that was said was very toxic and uncomfortable for me to hear. That you raised additional money and then say you did not want us to bother me. Personally, I don't understand how you sleep at night. I never gave you permission to raise nothing. Along with the United States, you robbed me of the death of my son. You gave me a cop and donut conversation. All lies, Sean. Please stop thinking we on the same page. As a white man acting black, you are an imposter that cannot be trusted. My son was 12 years old, and DOJ needs to reopen his case, period. Sorry, Paroid. Tamir, human rights was violated. Why would you so ever make it about you? You are a selfish, self-centered person, and God will deal with you, white man. Anyways, so she's here. Sorry, that's her. Let's hear what she's got to say.
And it's already ours. So until we get under some of the teachings that we're supposed to be under, to know that it's ours, you don't have to fear anything from imposters and puppets, because that's what they are, and they know it. They know they are imposters. They know they puppets. You know it. Absolutely. You know that we live by a different creed and we live by a different flag, and that American red, white, and blue flag is a banner. So at the end of the day, this continent is already ours. Let me just say that. So I just wanted to let everybody know that I appreciate everybody coming out here and honoring Tamir on his 19th birthday. You all made it worth my while. Under the circumstances, the rain, I thought it was just going to be washed away. I'm going to be honest with you. But you see how God works. Hey, you see how God works. Amen. Yes. So I thank y'all for being out here with me and making it uncomfortable, making them do some work besides giving us donuts and conversations. We don't want no donuts and conversations. Okay? We don't want it. Okay? We want accountability. We want convictions, indictments, and build prisons for y'all. That's what we want. That's what they should be doing. And I'm gonna always advocate for that. Doing away with the whole system. Just doing away with it because it hasn't worked. Redoing the Constitution, it has not worked. We're not gonna amend it. We're gonna redo it over. Ain't no amending nothing. Also for my Palestinian family out here, thank y'all for coming out. Y'all out here. I'm gonna get ready to do a project with the Tamir Rice Foundation, and we're gonna send some packaging over to some of the children and the families over there that's in need. Tamir has a memorial over in Palestine, you all. So I'm always gonna have ties to that country. Under the circumstances of COVID-19, I have not had a chance to visit it as of yet. So just waiting on the clearance. Waiting on the clearance before I can get over there. But yeah, I thank y'all, my family, thank y'all. Please continue to pray for us, support us. Again, I'm gonna reiterate, I was supposed to be doing a stream of a virtual reality concert that I collabed with Humble G, IMG Entertainment, and so we had to reschedule it. So it's July 25th, you all. Check out the website. Everything will be on the details next week. It's going to be a beautiful concert, very powerful. I would encourage everybody to get the tickets and support the cause and share it among your networks and things like that. I appreciate that. We're still building the Tamir Rice Afro Central Culture Center. Yeah, and I got work to do. I got work to do. I'm actually building around the country a little bit right now, but I got to, finish here first. So thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. Okay, peace. Thank you, Miss Rice. And all the proceeds will go to the Tamir Rice Afro Central Culture Center. We're always going to be always raising money to invest in the community. That's what I'm about. You don't have to worry about your money going to waste from me. I'm not no sellout, no sucker, no lame. They can't come to me with none of that. I'm sorry for them. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you.
What an unfortunate.
Molly out here. Molly and Josiah runs the campaign page.
Josiah?
For the campaign for Tamir.
Uh-oh.
It's the campaign for Tamir. Okay.
Tamir's campaign for justice.
Okay. They run the page. They help organize this today. So I want to say thank you to them. Also, Molly is part of the board, and so is Nadia right here. And I always work with Black Lives Matter because they my family, and I know they do the work in the community. We already know. Thank y'all. Amen. Amen. And it's the only chapter that I'm going to support. I don't know about nothing else, okay? Yeah. All right. We'll go right here, yeah. For the most part, okay? Look at me, y'all. For the most part, they know we got our discrepancies too, but everybody got at the end of the day, and
All right, we got a march in New York City. That's good. That's good. That's what I was hoping for. If you were here a little bit earlier, we were talking about, did we think that there was going to be a riot? And I said, I don't know. It's not going to be like last year, but we could get some real good confrontations. People get hostile in especially in other cities. I'm trying to choose my words carefully here. It's just like Portland has a bigger chance of probably actually fucking up Portland tonight because they just want an excuse to fuck shit up in Portland, and this gives them the excuse. Same here in New York. Yeah, I got a feeling that this is going to end poorly. I'm just going to check in and see here with the... So they're just doing the park stuff here in Minneapolis, it looks like. So we can kind of ignore them for a bit. They said that they would be back at 6 p.m. their time, I think. Which is, what, about an hour from now? It's almost 5. What is it? Yeah, in about a quarter, hour and a quarter, at 6 o'clock local time, they will be having a BLM protest in or march or whatever in Minneapolis. And then we've got Boston is out, and I'm about to go take another little dabski. Let me know in the comments what you're smoking, or if you're drinking, or if you got a little blow or Adderall, or some benzos that you're doing. Let me know. Let me know what antipsychotics you're on, the milligram, the dosage. I want to know what drugs you're on. And I'm going to check Twitter, check around the little hot spots I know of, and see what the plan is around the country. Check in on Seattle. Check in on Portland, LA. Maybe Sacramento's probably a bigger hotspot than San Francisco, only because the poor people live in Sacramento now and have to commute all the way to San Fran. So we'll check in on like Black Zebra, the Portland kids, the Seattle kids, Christina's comrades. See if Precious Child has anything going on in Los Angeles. Quickly, let's close out some of our browsers. I know these are things that I usually just tell myself to do, and instead I'm describing it to you. But back in New York City, NYPD is following along with the group. We'll see how this goes. Make sure you give the stream a like or a dislike. I don't really care. Either one helps, though. Just so you know. And if you can share the stream, that'd be really cool. I'm going to go take a dab and do a little research.
marching up Fulton right now. Near 1098 Fulton, I guess, or whatever the next cross street is where the train goes. But like I had mentioned, you can probably find more Fulton and Franklin, but you can probably find more if you go to Justice for George on Instagram or Protest NYC on Twitter or Abolition. Do a hashtag search for Abolition Park March. It should come up with, you know, if people are putting out stuff.
All right, I'm back. That's the worst chant of all time, by the way. Wait, is the mic on? Oh, hello. I just clicked over and saw you guys' comments. I do all of this on one screen, by the way. More than any other streamer can say. Chauvin is drug counselor of the year. Jesus. I mean, it's funny, but Jesus. So we got the group here in New York City. New York City? Hey, look who's speaking again. Hold on. It's the garbage death lady. The lady whose baby daddy was in the dumpster.
Y'all ready? Okay, so we're gonna get ready to get marching, everybody.
I know all the press is going to join us for the march too, so we'll see you on the street.
Oh, that's George. That's George Floyd's girlfriend at the time of his death. It's nice to see she wore her prettiest dress. Yikes, Galadriel. I mean, I don't really ban anyone from chat or anything, you know. It's not my deal. But Jesus. Oh. Rupley doesn't want to stick around? That's fine. We will, we'll probably go to CJTV. No. We'll go to the Listen guy. Listen! Hold on. King Demetrius Pendleton. There we go. You know, because we kings. No, he was live. It's no longer live. Why are they all ending their streams? Interesting, isn't it? Do they know something? They all ended their streams. That's, Yeah, see, Move for Justice ended their stream. King Demetrius ended his stream. Brian Douglas ended his stream. All of them went off. Uh-oh. Okay, it's just Reuters. Right? Let's do a refresh. Uh-oh. What happened? Why did it go down?
Stop. Good. Good. I was wondering if you were Yes. Oh, I saw that. Well, I took it down when it got to Street Home. Just like, right, but it's like, it's basically, they were just hanging out for a long time. No. They've been messing with the two white folks over there. That group, basically. Oh my God.
Long time no see.
Yes, it is nice to see you out here. They're always out here on. Well,
not as much recently, but yeah, I've been around for
you've been
a minute.
doing a. Were you doing? No. I remember now.
Like
With the work.
Lots of different things.
Reuters, you okay? Did they get my boy Reuters?
Yeah, they just kind of died there, didn't they? All right, we'll come back, hopefully. No! Wrong button. Ooh, the butts are out in... Oh, nice, nice. We got copters now. All right, things are picking up, guys. Good. Let's go back to New York. It looked like the police might be there now. They might have been rolling in as we were getting in here. Oh, did he end his stream?
So this is the what you've been doing.
Okay, so it just ends with him talking to that girl. All right, so let's pick a good one. Let's do Visual 12 Media. We'll do Visual 12 Media for, I think, audio. No, fuck me. God damn it. Bear with me.
If Kobe don't get it, shut it down. If Cordell don't get it,
The National News Desk.
if Marcus don't get it, shut it down. All right, we're gonna get started, guys. Thank you.
George Floyd, say his name.
George Floyd.
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 Whose streets?
Our streets.
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 Black lives, they matter here.
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 Black youth, they matter here.
Black youth, they matter here.
Black men, they matter here.
I think we might have some looting.
Trans lives, they matter here.
I think we might have some looting. I don't think there's going to be a lot of looting, but I think there's more likely widespread property damage, and then like a couple of sneaker places, and maybe a liquor store or something.
What's that spell? What's that spell? Give me a B. Give me an L. Give me an L. What's that spell? What's that spell? Give me a B. Give me an L. Give me an M. What's that spell? What's that spell? I believe that we will win. 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 I know 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 that we will win. I believe that we will
what cities have gathered already? There's been Cleveland, Boston, New York. Nothing out of like LA, Austin, Portland, Seattle yet. Also, still could be stuff in Rockville, South Carolina after the incident there earlier this week. Also, I guess there was a shooting in Portland last night. I guess there was a shooting in Portland last night, so I guess they had a little conflict with the people, but you know, they don't stream anymore, so it's hard to see.
Because he makes up a new chant every 3 days. Maybe every 2.5. Every 1.5? Every 2.5? Alright, repeat after me. And I'm going to hand it to Brandon because I don't know the rest of it. Every minute, every hour. Every minute, every hour. We the people have the power. We the people have the power. That's hey. You close. You close. Say every minute, every hour. Every minute, every hour. We the people have the power. We the people have the power. Every day and every night. Every day and every night. Say we the people gonna fight. We the people gonna fight. Every month and every year. Every month and every year.
You know what? I've been sitting here and thinking about this for... I've been sitting here and thinking like 3 minutes about this. And I put a lot of thought into this. J-Mac, I'm going to time you out for 5 minutes. I'm going to put user in timeout on YouTube for making that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9 joke. Should we put J-Mac in timeout for doing that? I mean, I chuckled, but I'm mad at him. I'm mad at him for making the joke. I'm more mad at myself for laughing at it internally. We're going to put it to a vote. Should we put J-Mac in timeout for 5 minutes just as a penalty? I'm not going to click your link. You know I'm not going to click your link. Okay, I got a quick question. While we're waiting for the fun to commence. So last night, I'm sitting there trying to think about falling asleep. You know, thinking about how I'd thinking just about unique incidents and accidents and things that are out of our control and in our control. And I was just thinking, all right, guys, hear me out. How does this sound for some like real psychological terror, awful thing to do? So basically, you take 100 people from seemingly loving families and whatnot, and you sit there and you torture them. Clockwork Orange style, hardcore, everything that you can imagine. The worst of the worst torture for like, let's say a year. And then at the end of the year, you either make them, and all individually, you make them beg for their life, or if they want you to put a bullet in them. You give them that choice. Do you beg for your life, or are we end your misery?
And then what you do is anyone who begs for their life, you kill. And anyone who just wants it to end, you spare. And then you release them back into the general population. Anyways, that's at least how my origin story for a for a good new supervillain. Anyways, Duber, it's a dream job. Sign me up. See, some of you are lunatics. Where I'm like, look, that's like a fun backstory to a supervillain. And others of you are like, yeah, sign me up. Can I do the torturing? Can I kill people? I'd like to kill people. I'd like to harm and rape and murder, dismember and disfigure and ruin people. It's good to see where a lot of you stand. Murder's out of the realm for Duber here, but torture is fine. Torture's cool. Murder, that's taking it too far. Systematic and repeated torture, fine. Murder, too far. Try this Kid Drift stream. Hold on.
All right, so here in America, we got this killer cop that is genocide against black and native, right? Now, across the world in Israel, we have Israel's defense force who is committing genocide against the Palestinian people. And they show solidarity with us, and we're going to continue to show solidarity with them. So repeat after me. Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine!
Wait, Free Palestine with George Floyd?
From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! From the river to the sea! Palestine will be free! Palestine will be free! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Long live Palestine! Okay, so I came up with a Palestinian shit, okay? So repeat after me. Fuck the IDF! Fuck the IDF! Fuck the IDF! Fuck the IDF!
Oh, poor sweet. Poor sweet Alvin. Poor I love the chat. What the fuck does this have to do with fellow Floyd? You were just talking about murdering people, dude. No, he wasn't talking about murder, intrusive. Get it straight. He never discussed murder. He only discussed torturing people. He said he wanted to get a job torturing people. No murder. He just wants to torture people. Murder's too far. But I haven't really been paying attention to the chat. And I just saw... Oh. Wow, that was an interesting... interesting thing I said at some point. Wrong button here. This is poor old Alvin in the chat.
Here. Stay as long as you can. For the love of God, cherish it.
Jennifer, why don't you try reading out loud for a minute, okay?
You gotta cherish it. You do.
Hey everybody, I'm Rick Beato. So I've been on this kick lately about music becoming less and less complex over the last, 30 years, 40 years or so.
I don't care. What do we do? Stand up, fight back. 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 Huh, huh. Ain't no party like a Scranton party, because the Scranton party don't stop. Ain't no party like a Scranton party, because the Scranton party don't stop. Ain't no party like a Scranton party, because the Scranton party don't stop. Ain't no party like a Scranton party, because the Scranton party don't stop. Ain't no party like a Scranton party, baby, but a Scranton party don't stop. Do you know Portland Andy? Do you mean personally because I live here? No, I never met the guy. Do I know of Portland Andy? Of course. Alvin, don't make that face in the chat. If you're a man, don't make that face. That is an emoji, Alvin, that that an overweight woman makes when her boyfriend says that plans change and he has to work late, and she knows that he's fucking his coworker. Guys, I have bad news to share. It appears that Alvin was murdered, and Alvin was murdered in his small Midwest hometown. Not by a gang of black people or any minorities. It was just it was actually his brother who had schizophrenia. So I would like to say rest in peace to our good friend Alvin. Sleep well, sweet prince. We will remember you.
Will you remember me? Don't let your life pass you
I'm so tired of missing my friend Alvin. He was the best friend we had in the chat. But I won't forget the memories we made. After he blew me, I knew I was kinda gay. Alright, rest in peace, album. Hey, weep not for the memories. Remember the good times we had with Alvin. Always.
Sorry, y'all. I'm moving awful fast.
Oh no, I can't post for 6 more hours still. That's a shame. All right. Look, not going to ban you, but I am putting you in timeout. NPC 953. That's, look. There's a line of having fun, and there is a line of going above and beyond. I'm blocking you for 5 minutes. I've done that like twice this year. Put someone in timeout. So you gotta understand. Jesus Christ.
You can't stop the revolution. You can't stop the revolution. You can't stop the revolution. We gon' get our liberation. We gon' get our liberation. We gon' get our liberation. You can't stop the revolution. 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 Revolution. Revolution! Revolution! Revolution!
Yeah, no, there's a difference between attempts at humor and just outright just being like, kill all black people. Like that, there's not even a humor or an attempt. It's just a statement of intent. Like I said, I'm all for, go say as much wild shit as possible. You should. You got all the fucking freedom in the world, especially in the United States. You should have that freedom, but that's not even like a freedom of speech. Like that's not even a freedom of speech thing. That's just an intent and like that's not. There's No, and look, okay, and Juan Epstein. Juan Epstein was on Periscope. Juan Epstein said a lot of crazy shit, but there was a difference. I know, and there was a way that Juan Epstein would go about how he would trounce himself into a hole. But like, you could watch the stream and you could watch him go, comment by comment and go nuts. Oh yeah. I see what you mean. Everybody misses chicken, but chicken has to work now. Chicken's back to being a functioning member of society. When chicken gets off work, he's tired. He doesn't have all the time in the world to sit here and, watch the stream and play video games, drinking, Mountain Dew. God, good boy. All right, good boy. Well, good boy as well. He's a good boy. But, by the way, I don't think never mind. I'm not going to say that. But, favorite thing about Chicken is that Baltimore accent. He's got like the West Virginia, Pittsburgh, Yinzer, but like it's a Baltimore accent. It's a whole mess of accents going on when Chicken talks. It's pretty good. I love it. Hold on 1 second, because wow, the video quality on this is terrible. But is this Miami? We never talked about it, but by the way, very nice wherever this is. Very relaxing. But we didn't talk about that Miami, whatever that little town is, that little enclave on the side of Miami. Not Bell Harbor, but Sandpoint or whatever, that 13-story building that just went down. Mark my words, ladies and gentlemen. Mark my words. The next 10, 15 years, I bet there's going to be several dozen similar incidents like that of just shoddy 80s construction around the country, or just shoddy construction in general. People cheaping out on parts and labor and everything and making an inferior product. I bet you there's going to be more than a few tragedies where people just living their life at home in a nice, condo, 10th, 11th floor, and then all of a sudden you're spilling onto the ground as everything changes and you're just trapped. Here's the dumpster lady again. I know I mention her every time, but you got to. Try and get that stream up. All right, I think we might have it. All right, yes, here we go.
Driving, I lay my foot up on his dashboard. So any families here or any of you guys want to have a request, come up and do so. Thank you. Have a good day, everyone.
There we have it, everyone. Let me try to connect this microphone here. can't do it, then oh well. Whatever. Not gonna work. Alright, I'm gonna head over here by my loan. I'm all over here by my loan to pull out my tripod so I can stick my stuff back into it. I'm actually gonna pull back a little bit just because they're doing music. And I don't want to get hit with a copy infringe or anything like that. Copyright infringe. Just as long as I'm a certain amount of space away. Everybody has dispersed at the moment. I'll do my exit right here. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear me from right here, but you'll be able to do the exit here. There we go. It's good trying to getting out right now. It's been a while since I got out. Like I said before, I've just been busy with moving and getting my shit together, basically. Just get settled for you guys, make more content for you guys, more videos, more music, more everything coming soon. It's just a lot of arduous work and tedious kind of things going on. But like always, spread love, kindness, not negativity and hate, because there's too much of that in the world. And as always, it's your boy Kid Drift. Peace.
Why do they keep ending their streams? It's very odd that they keep ending their shit. All right, we'll keep it here for a few minutes. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take a dab, and then I'm gonna figure out what I'm gonna eat. I'm getting kind of hungry here. I'm starting to be a hungry man. We're gonna figure this out. All right, I'm gonna go take a dab. We'll turn the audio back up for these people here in Minneapolis. Rest in peace, Alvin. Yo, F's in the chat for Alvin. Rest in peace. My dog, he got killed at the protest. That's why he stopped commenting. It's kind of sad. He was talking about, how we should, treat people with respect and kindness, and then he just got fucking stabbed to death while he was in the protest. It's very sad.
All right, I did turn my Wi-Fi off. I'm sorry I haven't been checking out the comments. I did turn the Wi-Fi off. I hope that makes it better.
You were streaming on Wi-Fi?
We got Cortez Rice in the building.
You were streaming on Wi-Fi at an event like this? Why? You can do that if you're me, but I'm at home.
gon' be alright. Hey, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. So the lady in the blue dress is George Floyd's fiance. My life. For the record, when you know we've been coming hurt before. When they kill us dead, hey. When they kill us dead in the street for sure. Nigga, I'm at the beat just know my knees getting weak. Hey, 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 hey. We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. Nigga, we gon' be alright. What you want? You a house, you a car, 40 acres, and my new pianos in the car. You need things in my motherfucker, you can live it. Listen to the train. I don't have this belief. Thank you so much. Let me see it. Haters blue in the face like one goes. I'm making the cake, so let's bake. I'm taking the game, the game's mine. Yeah, I witness the change, it's my time. Yeah, I'm new to the game, but y'all might wanna say you whack raps, they like save the time. I can dance on me, I'm a two-step. Yeah, I'm looking at something like a true girl. A girl told me that a man that can dance might could possibly get down with the tool in his pants. Now, I'm a ladies, let me see it vibrate. And when it's over, you ain't gonna need your bird. Cause I'm a pro, make you bend your back low and the pound of real fast, just like the percolate. Baby, wobble, 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 baby, wobble.
Do your thing. We got a brand new sound. Do your thing, do your thing. I say no. To the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left. Now kick, now kick, now kick, now kick. Now walk it out yourself. The Cupid Shuffle is a great. To the right, to the left, to the left, to the left, to the left.
Let me look at some comments and stuff. Give me a second.
Black, black.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Rob G, Visual 12 Media Group. Out here, still at the Hennepin County Courthouse, Government Center, where the sentencing for Derek Chauvin was handed down, 22 and a half years. There was a press conference with the families, the lawyers, along with Al Sharpton. That lasted a while. After the press conference, there was a march. Walked a few blocks downtown Minneapolis and got back to the government center about 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago maybe. And now it's just a dance party pretty much. I do believe there is going to be another march at 9 o'clock tonight. I think I might end the live here and go back on later tonight. Once again, I do want to thank you guys for joining me. Rob G, Visual 12 Media Group. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks to all the restreamers giving credit to the people out here on the streets streaming. And until later on, thank you for joining me again, Rob G, Visual 12 Media Group. I'm about to give me that black Tesla, black skid marks on the pavement, cops see me in a black cage, black on black, master Juba with the tap dance, Gucci.
My apologies if anyone's still out there.
Nah,
It's
damn it! I went to the bathroom and I got distracted.
At least the stream is over for now, so maybe a little bit later we'll